Hello, welcome. Let's look at this question as we move on to movement of forces. This is the episode number 2 of that tutorial, but episode number 32 on the series on static work mechanics. So we have a uniform bar with the weight of 20 Newton rests on two supports, which is P and Q. The weight are suspended as shown below. We are to calculate the reactions at P and Q on the support. What's the reaction? The upward force that the support is exerting on the bar. So this is the X, the force that is moving up here and the force that is moving up here. So we are looking for these two forces, the X and Y. Remember all that we did under moment? We said the moment is basically the product of the force and its perpendicular distance between them. So if I am picking the line of action as the moment at P, it means that I am picking this as a position. The distance from the support to where the force is 3. So the moment here is going to be 3 times 5. That is moment. So it is just the perpendicular distance times the force. All right. We also talk about clockwise movement and anti-clockwise movement. So let's see if we are moving here. Let me use a different marker. Since this is the question, the solution will take effect from here. This is going to be clockwise direction. So this movement, as these forces are going down, see, this is going down. It's going, if it goes down for clockwise. Then here, as this is going clockwise, we can see that this is also moving up. You can see when the force for it to be in equilibrium, you see as this one goes down, this one goes up. As we tilt it clockwise, as this goes clockwise, this also goes clockwise. So this will also move in what? Clockwise what? Direction. Then let's look at the other movement. You see, when the bar tilts to the left, this will going to be anti-clockwise what? Movement. As it tilts, this will also tilt and go what? Anti-clockwise what? Movement. All right. So now we are having two support. So we need to pick the moment at one axis. So let's see moment at P. Let's use P and see. Let's find out the sum of clockwise movement. Which ones are going to be clockwise? So as we are picking the P, remember that the distance, the force is X. So what will be the distance of X from the support? Is 0. The distance of X from the support, you don't have any perpendicular distance because that is where the force is and that is where the support is, the line of action is taking place here. So it means that this clockwise movement as we are having is going to be what? 0. Meaning 0 times the X. So we don't have any other value. But what else can I pick? I am going to pick from here. This is going down. This is going down as this is also going to move down. So what is the distance of force 2? As this go down, this also goes down as well. You see, as it's going, this is the center of gravity. So if you move like this, we are going to have the distance is 2 meters for the force 20. So we're having 2 times what? 20. That's the first force that will move in the clockwise direction, plus the second force is going to be here, which is moving from P. 2 plus 3 plus 2, making 7. So 7 meters with the force, which is going to be 5. So as we're having 5 times what? 7. This will be 20 plus 35. That gives us what? Is that 55? Okay. So the moment will be 55 Newton meter. Let's see sum of anti-clockwise the sum of the anti-clockwise movement. We are still picking the P, right? So we are at P. If this move in the anti-clockwise direction, we are going, this is moving in that direction. So I should be having the Y moving from the P with the distance of what? 5. The distance and the force is Y. So I should be having 5 times what? Y plus. Here, as this one goes, I need to come here. This is going to be, as it moves down, the anti-clockwise movement. 15 times what? 3. As this one moves this way, I have 15 times 3. So let's say if you multiply 2 by 20, you should be having 40, 5, 7, 35, and that will give us 75 Newton meter if you want to pick that. Then let's see sum of anti-clockwise moment. So what will be the sum of the anti-clockwise moment? So we are going to still be at the point P, right? If I'm P, the anti-clockwise movement is going to be the movement as this is moving away. And from P all the way to the Y, Y is moving in the anti-clockwise direction with the distance of 2 plus 3, making 5. 5 times what? The Y. That gives me 5Y plus. Which other force is going to move in the anti-clockwise? The force is going to be 15. 15 will also move anti-clockwise, but if it is moving anti-clockwise, the distance from the support is 3, making 3 times what? 15. Now, you'll be seeing that this is in the middle. As I am picking the support here, it means that these forces will move down as this is standing in here. That is why the force 2 move along with force 3. This and this are moving because the center of gravity is no more going to be here. Since we are here, the center of gravity has shifted. You see, from here to here. It is supposed to be here. But as I move away from here 3 meters in, this will move to be here as the center of gravity. So the force 2 is no more the center of gravity. It is going to be here. So it will only work with the clockwise direction, but not the anti-clockwise direction. And what will this give us? This will be giving you 5y plus what? 45. So what do we do? We have from the principle of moment. What do we say about the principles of moment? We have the sum of clockwise movement is equal to sum of anti-clockwise what? Moment. So that means the first value we have, 75, is the same as what? 5y plus 45. 5y, here is the variable. So let's subtract 45 from both sides. 5 minus 45 equals to 5y. This will be having, I think, 30 equals to 5y. If you divide both sides by 5, y is going to be equals to 6 what? Newton. You're looking for the force. So the force will be 6 Newton. That means the reaction at where the Q is 6. How do we get that of the X? Remember that if the bar is in equilibrium, the upward forces or the sum of the upward forces will be equal to the sum of what? The downward forces. So we can add all the force moving up. It should neutralize all the forces what? Moving down. That will also help us find what the x will be. So this is what we can say. The sum of the upward forces. What are the upward forces? The force, the reaction. So x and what? Y. So x plus y. Y is 6, which we have here. That should be equal to the sum of what? Downward forces, which is 15 Newton plus 20 Newton plus what? 5 Newton. So I should be having x plus 6 equals to 40, right? Then x will be equals to 40 minus what? 6, making x equals to 34 Newton. So the reaction at both P and Q is going to be 34 Newton and 6 Newton respectively. All right. Now, this is not the only way we can get the values of one of them. We know that we only took the moment at one point, one axis, which is the P. We can do same as picking the moment at what? The Q, and see if we can get the same values. Let's check that one out. Okay, so let's taking moment at Q. We are coming to pick the Q now. So the sum of clockwise moment. Remember, if you are picking here, this is the support. So clockwise is going to be this, moving down, and this. So I'll still be having the force 3 and the x in the clockwise direction. Force 3 and the x. What is the distance of force 3 from the support? Is going to be 2. The force is what? 5. So I have 5 times 2 plus. I need to find the upward force here. This upward force is moving with the direction of 2 plus, with a distance of 2 plus 3, because we are picking here is moving up. So x times 5. So 5 what? X. And that gives us 10 plus 5x. Let's go for anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise. So we are having this moving upward. This is moving upward. So what do we do? Here is going to be the force y with the distance of 0. Because the force is happening at the turning point. So the distance will be 0, y will be gone. So that's the first one. The other one is that if this is going down, this is here, the center of gravity has shifted. So this force will also move down. So as this is moving this way, this is coming down. So let's go. 15 is moving on the distance of what? 3, 2, 3. 3, 2, 8 in addition will be 8. 8 times 15. So we have 15 times 8 plus. Which other force move down? The force 20 will also move down with a distance of 3. So 3 times what? Force 20. This is going to be 80 plus 40, 120, I guess. So 120 plus this is going to be 60, and that will be 180 Newton meter. So let's see if we can work with that. From the principle of moment, we can see sum of clockwise moment, which is going to be 10 plus 5x, should be equal to sum of what? Anti-clockwise, which is 180. We can subtract this from there to have 5x equals to 180 minus what? 10. 5x will be equals to 170. So if we divide both sides by 5, 5x, 170 over 5, your x should be equals to, I think 5 will go into 17 3 times. Remainder of 2, 20. So I have what? 34 Newton. So I'll be having 34 Newton. Then if I were to find the sum of upward forces equals to sum of what? Downward forces, these values will change and give me sum of upward is x, which is 34. Y should be equals to this, 40. So now y will be equals to 40 minus 34. Y will give you what? 6 Newton. So you can see that either when we have two support, we can pick the moment at any of the support, any of the point, the pivot. So where the support is, if there is a reaction, there will be no distance. So that force, that moment will become what? Zero, not a force. The moment will become zero. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.